You learned earlier about the Triangle Angle Bisector Theorem, but we didn't use it this way. Okay. If you have an angle bisector in a triangle, okay, the only way we know that is the two congruent angles up here, but we're going to name the segments A, B, C, and D. And this one is nice also, just kind of like the side splitter theorem. Your proportion is just about staring you in the face for this one. We can say A over B equals C over D. I could also do A over C equals B over D. Okay. As long as you're not crisscrossing on your proportion, you're in good shape. So let's do an example using this. And the nice thing is you don't even have to turn this one around, so it's in the same orientation. I can set up my proportion just how I see it. So I can say 8 over x equals 5 over 6. Cross products, 5x equals 48. Divide out 5. And x would be 9.6. I'm going to have you guys do one on your own. All right, so what would a proportion be? 3.6 over 5 equals y over 8. You might not have set up exactly the same proportion, but check your cross products. I should have 5y equals 8 times 3.6, so 28.8. Divide out 5, and y would be 5.76. Okay, now the one thing that I want to have you look at real quick is, now that you've seen this, I don't want it to mess you up on the right triangles. So when you look at these two, do you see the difference between these two? This one's an angle bisector. We can simply set up the proportion, x over 4 equals 5 over 10, and off you go. All right? This is not an angle bisector, though. This is one of the right triangle problems. So to find x, what would you need? You'd need c. So c is 14, and you would use that grouping to find x. Okay? Do you guys see the difference? Because quite often, I mean, these problems are on the same test, and quite often I'll either have people treat this one like a right triangle problem, or they'll treat this one like an angle bisector problem, and occasionally the method will work for both, but not always. So you want to make sure you understand how those two are different. All right? Okay, so your assignment for tonight is page 401 through 24.